Hello everyone, and thank you for coming. First, I want to thank Bonnie for all of her hard work, not only on the day, but in weeks and months previous. She is a good friend indeed. Now I'm going to try to get through this without leaking, but no guarantees. Gay Nadine Jennings, love of my life, my beautiful wife. How many times have I said those words? At home, in the car, at the office, on the phone, wherever. And she was and continues to be. Silly really, but I loved saying it and she seemed to like receiving it. I met Gay in the fall of 1986 when I was working as head cook at the Biltmore Inn here in Guelph, and she was there to pick up one of the waiters who was renting a room from her when she lived on the golf course. She was waiting for him at the bar, so ever since then, and occasionally to her chagrin, I've always told everyone that I met Gay at a bar. After that, we were practically inseparable. She would be at my apartment, I would be at hers. She would drop into one of the restaurants I worked at for lunch and visit for hours. I would pop over to one of her real estate offices and stay for the same. When I met Gay at the Biltmore, she was just finishing her real estate courses and getting ready to sell every single house in Guelph 2 or 3 times over at least. She was a firecracker. Go, go, go. She was attractive, not only because she was so damn beautiful, but because she was truly alive and lively, enthusiastic, optimistic, willing to try almost anything, barring heights, intelligent and happy, so happy. Gay was also a kind and loving person. She loved her children most of all. In no particular order, Veruna, Valerie, Vicky, Vonnie, Vivian, Wayne, Todd, Neil, and Raymond. A special shout out to Raymond, who died 1 year ago today, June 2nd. Of course, today is Gay's birthday. It's also International Cancer Survivors Day, and I know there are some cancer survivors here today. Gay loved her 18 grandchildren and 17 great-grandchildren. I won't name them all individually at the moment because, frankly, we only have this place for 3 hours. Gay loved her brothers and sister, Craig, Dean, and Sylvia, and their respective families. Gay also loved real estate, in part because she liked helping people. She would help them find their favorite home or sell when needed. She also helped her co-workers, and when she got her broker's license, she stepped into a management position for a while. But Gay liked to be in the middle of things. Let's say in the driver's seat, both figuratively and literally. Gay loved to drive. I can't tell you the number of times that we would go on vacation, and sometimes Gay would drive for 6, 7, 8 hours to get to our destination. I'd no sooner get the bags into the cottage or the hotel room, and Gay would already be looking for places that we could drive to and explore. Hey, didn't we just go for a drive? I'm fairly certain Sylvia can back me up on that one. We toured all of Manitoulin Island, one of our favorite places to visit. Of course, we got married there in August 1997. I think we saw every nook and cranny, probably got into places we shouldn't have been. Let's just say the road turned into a trail, turned into a grassy path. Luckily, Gay was just about as good at reversing the car as driving forward. On another one of our vacations, we went looking for a place to have breakfast. 3 hours later, we found a suitable restaurant. I had lunch. I mean, you have to go down a road called Lakeshore, don't you? Even though you never actually see the lake. Hey, look, Walters Falls. Let's go see it. I never did, by the way, although I believe Sylvia and Gay found it on one of their Thelma and Louise trips. Gay definitely loved to explore. I often teased her that her shortcuts were only 1 or 2 hours longer than the regular route. Gay was also definitely a people person. She made friends right until the very end. She cared deeply about Dr. Kennedy, Nurse Katrina, BJ, Isabel, and Garth, some of our regular caregivers. I want to thank them for all of their help and support. Gay desperately wanted to stay at home, and they made it possible for that to happen. They went above and beyond their necessary duties, and I appreciate them for it. I also want to thank all of Gay's children and extended families for all of their help and support. A special thanks to Val, who particularly in the last few days sat with me and watched Gay breathe. Gay would stop breathing and we would both hold our breaths, waiting for her to start again. Thank you, Neil, for all of your help during and after with driving duties, hospital visits, and co-executor tasks. I really appreciate it. If I didn't name you specifically, please don't feel left out. I do remember everything that everyone did, including visits, flowers, Timmy's coffee and donut delivery, pepperettes, McDonald's hash browns, Dairy Queen, etc. Everyone came to Gay's birthday party last year, and 2 weeks later, almost everyone came back for the hot dog party. That one was at a suggestion from Dr. Kennedy, who felt we would be better off spending the money on another party rather than renewing Gay's driver's license. Gay was so frail at the time. I'm pretty sure she didn't recommend hot dogs, being a doctor and all, but hey, we all had fun, and the little barbecue has never been so full. And I only lost 1 1/2 hot dog. I should have bought the square ones. I don't want to leave you with the impression that Gay was a saint or an angel. She was a real human being with faults and flaws, just like the rest of us. She could be stubborn, argumentative, and rarely, but occasionally, pissed off. Well, she did live with me. But I want to remember all of Gay, the real Gay, not a fictional character. The occasional difficulties and challenges just make the sweet times that much sweeter. What I never saw in Gay was vengeance or meanness. When she was fighting for something or fighting with someone, she did it because she believed she was correct, and she often believed she was helping that person. Even in real estate, which can be a tricky business, I never saw her try to get back at a real estate agent who had scooped a client or committed some other sly move. I'm sure there's none of those here today. She would stand up for herself and she would make complaints through legitimate channels and use the tools at hand, but she would not do anything unprofessional. In fact, most of the time, Gay would simply say, next, on to the next client or next deal, and it would be even better. Gay's goal was to make life better, not only for herself, but for others. Her laugh could fill a room and every heart in it. She was strong, determined, and loved life. She fought hard, and although there were a few shaky moments, she held on to the belief that life is worth it. Gay remains with us, within our memories, the family stories, and of course the astonishing genetic trail she's left behind. If you can find even 10% of the love of life that Gay held so dear, you'll be the better for it. I miss you, Gay Nadine Jennings. Love of my life, my beautiful wife.